Hello, everyone. Good evening. I almost started the call with good morning with a few of you, but good evening. If you don't know me, my name is Jenna Gray. Hi, Courtney. I know it's bedtime there, so a few people will be on chat for sure. But my name is Jenna Gray. I'm an advanced director and been with Pampered Chef. It'll be 6 years on May 21st. So um, started out just to make a little bit of money, figured I'd do it for a few months. And 6 years later, here I am training and sharing with all of you folks, which I still find crazy at times. So today I am going to walk through Marketing Kitchen. Hopefully you guys are all aware by now that marketing imagery is gone, sunsetted, I think was the word they like to use, but is no longer around. And everything now related to sort of content, pictures, videos, all of that is now in Marketing Kitchen. As I put a note in the event, but I'll say here just as a reminder, if anyone's watching the replay, you must have your PC digital toolkit subscribed to in order to have access to Marketing Kitchen. So if you do not have access to it, or it appears, go check your digital toolkit before you go much further. And then the second piece with it is just a note that if you've never been in Marketing Kitchen ever, make sure you go through sort of your computer from your back end to open up the app first before you download the app, which is called Multibrain, to use on your phone. So Multibrain is great. It's an awesome app to use. I'm going to show the desktop. It has all the same stuff on the app, but just note you can't go to the app first because it doesn't know, or you haven't just sort of been authenticated into Marketing Kitchen until you sort of launch it from that back end. Okay, so I'm going from that point, but if anyone has any questions, you guys can use the chat or put sort of in the recording or on the post afterwards if you need to. Let me just make sure I share the right screen with you guys. That's what I get for having my work computer and my work computer. Perfect. I believe everyone should be able to see it, and I'm just making you guys bigger. And then I've lost the chat, but if anyone has, oh, there it is. If you guys see it, let me know, and I can definitely help out that way. All right, so I've launched Marketing Kitchen from the back end office, but if you need to, just go to Consultants Corner at your back end, hit the links icon, and it's listed there as Marketing Kitchen app, and it will launch out. If for some reason you've had it open for a while, sometimes when you go back in here, it'll sort of ask you to re-authenticate and say whether you're from Canada or US. Usually it comes back, but sometimes you will have to log in if you're using it from sort of your desktop. If you are from the Multibrain app, it should just stick with you. So as you can tell, this is sort of the front end dashboard. Like I said, your your phone app looks very similar, but there are some things that are condensed. So you may have to just sort of tab through, but you should still be able to find all of these different markers. So you'll notice that the dashboard is the first thing you see. Got some welcome messages, especially if you're brand spanking new in it. It will have some sort of welcome messages and training icons and things like that. The next thing you will see is sort of a high level planner view. I haven't posted in a while from here, but if you have posted, it would actually have your posts listed or the ones that you have scheduled out. I probably should have put a few in here to make it look like I use it a little bit more than I do. But I do love it. I use it most of the time, just clearly not all the time. As you can see, there are some stuff sort of grayed out here. Those are suggested posts. So if you're unsure what to post in a day, share in a day, things like that, it has a great sort of planner that you can work with, make your own. I'll walk through how to sort of do some of those posts. And then you'll notice that I do have, like I said, I do use it. There are posts that have gone out, and it will tell me sort of, my top performer, if you've got a whole bunch of posts going, and then sort of what you've sort of shared lately and on what platforms. The other thing before I get too far that I forgot to put in sort of the event and wording around it is you do need to connect it. So if you're brand new in here, Marketing Kitchen for the first time, you do need to connect everything together. And all you need to do is go to your connections and link your Facebook page, which is my business page essentially, linking your Instagram profile. You say You want to say you use it for Pinterest, and you can click off what of the mobile apps you would like to use as well. Some auto post, some you have to sort of schedule it and then push the post through, so they will act differently. Kellyanne, look like it had a hand up.
Yeah. Instagram, it has to be a business Instagram.
I almost said that. I was pretty sure you would have to switch. So if you have a private Instagram account, you must switch it over to professional or business in order for it to link up and have all the connections here. So pay attention to that if it isn't sort of working for you. The next piece I'm going to share right off the bat is they have an amazing training section, training program. There is a ton of information tailored specifically to Pampered Chef. So there's welcome to training, Pampered Chef's logos on there. So they've got table training on here. But all I was going to add right off the bat is if you are having connection issues or things like that, be sure to go check out the training section. Because like I said, there's lots of information in there that'll help you sort of get through all of those parts. As you'll notice right off the bat here, how it works, 6-part series from Pampered Chef. It is Pampered Chef catered. This is how you're going to want to walk through it if you're running into any of sort of those issues, trying to get everything connected. I'll help troubleshoot a little bit with connection, but not my forte. I highly recommend going to the training within Marketing Kitchen if you have some of that, as well as there is a Facebook group. I will link it when I post the recording of this down at the bottom. So if you'd like to join that. And then if you have any questions, or sorry, if you have any feedback on the app, you think things are missing, things like that, you can always email marketingfeedback@pamperedchef.com. Again, I'll put that in the recording at the bottom as well. Okay, so be sure to go look through that training. Like I said, tons of great information. So again, back at the dashboard, that's sort of at the top, that's what you'll see. And then you'll notice that there is sort of a section right at the bottom if you wanted to start off as newly added content. Obviously, this does change as the sort of time goes on. And I think they're reloading some stuff that may not have been there that people have noticed since marketing imagery is gone. Because you'll notice there's a few older images, but normally you would see like the new spring products if they had just sort of launched, things like that. I'm going to go at a high level of what these are, but I think I'm going to start with our content library, which is sort of the last one there. So the post maker, literally that. It's how you can make a post starting from scratch if you did not want to start with one of sort of the pre-suggested ones from the dashboard. Drag and drop your own images. You can upload from your phone using the mobile app. So instead of a drag and drop, it's sort of like select from your phone library. You do have library content here and then suggested text. And then you're ultimately going to select where you're posting it. We'll make one in a couple minutes though. Drafts, you can start things and then save them to draft so that if you don't have time to finish something, if you have a good idea but maybe want to create a video, you can sort of start that post, save it as a draft, kind of come back and finish it. As you saw on the dashboard, there was a 1-week calendar. There is an actual full calendar view. So you can go see what suggested posts are there, what are upcoming. And if we scroll back a little bit, you'll see that I have posted a few things back sort of in March, April was sort of when I was last in there posting some things. So you'll kind of see that in a nutshell using your calendar. And then you can post fairly far out, like schedule stuff. So you'd be able to see what you have sort of scheduled to go as well. So like I said, I'm going to really sort of start with the library content, mainly because the marketing imagery is now gone, and that is where we typically went to get product videos, product posts, host specials, guest specials, all of those sort of images that we love to use in our parties, VIP groups, and on social media. It all now lives all within the content library. You'll notice that your first section is my content. If you're new to here, it will be blank. It will be empty. But as you can sort of see with some of my stuff, I've put in a picture of myself so that I can use it in other places, as well as I've made 2 personal posts from images that they had within Marketing Imager, or sorry, within Marketing Kitchen that I've added my face to. So now they're my content because I've modified them to include my specific things. You'll notice we have all the specials. So we have the 3 months essentially. So current month, past month, and future month is kind of what's I've noticed is sort of what's staying here. When you click on any given one, it's going to give you some options or some subcategories. So some will have subcategories, some won't. So it just depends on which one you click on. Again, all the same in the mobile app, just sort of slightly different look and sort of feel. There's a lot more scrolling down sort of thing within your mobile app. Okay, there's recruiting section. So tons of different things sort of as that base content that Pampered Chef provides and shares with us. Then there's this whole other section, which I love too. And if anyone used to use ScentShare or things like that, they kind of had some like lifestyle posts or just general content. Marketing Kitchen now has that too. So if you're a tea or coffee drinker and want to get in there and see what kind of stuff that they have, and this is not Pampered Chef content, this is just sort of multi-brains content. So lots of different things. Some have wording on them, some don't have wording on them, but you can use those images sort of to create your own look and feel with them. Okay. Yes, Courtney, thank you. Those generic ones are great to add on to for sure, to put in a post. You know, are you a tea drinker or a coffee drinker? And you can kind of put both in there. Some of the posts that they suggest actually have some of these images that it's, I think this one said it was a hot chocolate kind of day, you know, the national days and stuff like that. So lots of great content within this library. Captions, this, that, the whole work. So be sure to take a look through it, have fun, explore what you can find. I will let you know that there is a search button at the top. I actually just saw a post today saying that they have been working on trying to get that search working a little bit better. People were trying to find recipes and videos and a few things, and the search wasn't quite grabbing exactly what people were looking for. So they are still enhancing that. So just so you know. But they do have a recipe folder, which actually I don't think I noticed before. So that's probably a new sort of subcategory or category that they've grabbed up together. Yes, Courtney, the images help generate new ideas too if you're stumped. That's what I like the suggested posts for and stuff. Even if you don't use the whole thing, it's a great way to get you started for sure. So I'm just going to click on here. So for example, within the product post, we have new, we have the kitchen club, we've got bakeware. So they just have some subcategories depending on what you're looking for, what you want to do. I'll click the kids club. I haven't been in here in a while. When you're in here, maybe this was a bad one. Let me go back. Just want to show you quickly on some images right off the bat. They do try and classify them for you. So they do try and classify them at the top by video, by image. And then the other one I want to say is animation, which is sort of just a reel of a couple different pictures. Not a full video, but a couple pictures put together. You will notice when you hover on a picture, and I think on the app you have to hit the dots in order for it to sort of show up. But you can add to a post, or if you click the 3 little dots, if you're trying to do this to use images in other ways than just Marketing Kitchen, you can download it. Okay, so that's what I do to sort of put some of the images within Post My Party or other Facebook schedule or anything like that. You can download from there. You can use this system to schedule it as well. So just letting you know, there's both ways to sort of deal with it and utilize it. Okay, so we'll just pick this. When you click on the image, it's going to give you suggested links. So this takes you to, in this case, this one goes to the product on the website. And you'll notice my website is JLG. So it goes specifically to my website because I'm logged in. It knows my information. It's going to tie that to the link. If I click on one, I think that contains a recipe. The link also comes up. Some of the content links come up to like a link to the recipe off your website. So lots of different things. Lots of them will come up with some sort of post tip, essentially suggested wording that you can utilize within it. There's always a sort of a copy to the clipboard in there. There's add to a post, edit, download once you've sort of clicked on the image. I typically hit copy if I see something I'm sort of liking, because sometimes I don't know if I add it to a post whether the wording comes with it. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. I haven't seen quite a good specific around that, but I can always paste that in there. Then I can take it, make it my own, switch it around, do whatever I want, but I like sort of having that starting point. There is a whole bunch of things. So you'll notice when I hit add to post, it took me to the post maker. I put the image in there. That's the post that I'm going to create. I can obviously then drag and drop other images in there that I have saved on my desktop. I can go back and grab another image and add it to the post. Now I have 2 images in here, lots of different ways and different things that you can do with it. If anyone remembers offhand, I don't think you can do an image and a video. I do think you have to do those separately, but you can do a bunch of images together as well. Suggested content. It will also bring up a background. Sometimes it brings up wording, sometimes it brings up different things. It's maybe suggesting in this case that I put the 2 images on a background and sort of make it one post. So lots of different things. You'll notice there's a suggest another. If you don't like that one, see what else it generates for you. So lots of different things that you can sort of utilize within here. You'll notice at the top here, there are hashtags. You can create your own set of hashtags. So I have a PC hashtag, and you'll notice that it added my hashtags that I have saved as PC. There's your links. So I have managed links. I have a join link, a Y link, and a home link. The Y just takes you to the YPC book. I forget what it's called now. Yeah, YPC. So you can add those links. And so all I've done is just manage my links, added those on as myself. You saw from the original one, there was that product link that you could grab as well. So lots of different things and ways you can do it. There's your product link. Sorry, should have just kept going with my thing there. So there's the product link website as well. Here's some other ideas of wording, because now I have 2 different images. It's going to suggest something here. What is WPC? YPC? YPC is the like brand book. It's the like Hustle with Heart. It's the sort of marketing stuff that's on the website that people can sort of lookbook. Thank you, Candace. I knew I was looking for a different word than that. It is what Pamper Chef was calling the lookbook. I always called it PCY because that is literally what the URL is called. That's why, but that's what it is. And then lastly, we have an AI. So there's an AI bot. I don't know what the technology is. I don't think it's ChatGPT. I think it's their own sort of little AI program, but you can make it less salesy, more casual, more formal, more funny. So depending on what you want to do, I typically don't have my websites on there, but you can do it with your websites. That's not a problem. But if you have this sort of content, you always choose more funny. Okay, I'll do more funny. When you click that, it pulses so you know it's doing something. It will always suggest it before pasting it in there. So you can decide whether you like that, whether you don't like that. You can also then use it and then decide you would like just a little bit more formal. You can ask it then to go more formal again. It's going to come up with another one and you can decide whether you keep it. So lots of different ways that you can sort of change it up, do your own wording. As I will say, especially because I do this for my day job too, do not take what AI gives you without reading it and making it sound like you. It has to be authentic. It has to sound like you. You don't know what it writes in there if you're not careful, and just take it as is. Make sure you read all of that content. Okay, so once you've decided that's what we're doing, we'll go back to a little bit more funny for these ladies. Both of them seem to like it. Rita's commenting. She likes funny too, so we'll have some fun. And it gave us like a website. Check it out. Make sure you look at that, because example link is not a website. You want to make sure that you're putting your own website or product link within it. So we'll leave that as is for now so we can see it. you'll notice at the bottom, this is where you're going to select which platforms or which places you would like the post to go to. It will automatically go to your business page, meaning you do not have to go in and push a button to force it. Your Instagram page will be the same, but anything else, it's going to notify you on the app and tell you to post it. And so within there, it's really good, and we'll walk you through the steps. Where are you posting it? Which group? Walk you all through it. So it does a very good job, but just know that you'll get a notification on your phone letting you know that there's something that needs to get posted and scheduled. So you'll notice that's why I almost pointed with my finger on my screen. You can't see that. That is why you'll notice that it says via mobile app on a few of these, because you must have the app, and that's how you post it. Okay, I'm not gonna actually post this. Maybe I'll pretend on that one. You can also post now, or you can schedule for a later date and time. Please notice that this specifically says it's an Eastern Daylight Time. I'm in Mountain Daylight Time. I need to adjust that if I would like to go at a specific time. I'm pretty sure I should have been able to set my time zone, but for whatever reason, I'm in my I'm out in Ontario with my East Coast friends. Sorry, we'll pick now. We'll post it there. And then you're going to go preview your post. This is what it looks like. You'll notice the two different pictures there. And you will notice both in the screen just left and this one, I can actually save it as a draft. So that's where you can draft it all up, save it, rather than posting now, which I'm going to do so that I don't post it to my Facebook page. Okay. Again, because I haven't read the content and I'm not reading as fast with you guys. So now we'll go back to drafts and you'll notice that this one's here. Okay. So within that content library, I selected a content to create it. You can also start from your from your post maker and sort of create your content from there. I am going to grab one. Oh, I'm still not a beauty person. Let's try. Okay. I'm going to add this to a post. You will notice the one piece I didn't talk about here is there's also an edit button next to your sort of image there. It brings up a whole editing program. Okay. There is so much in here that I actually don't know every single button yet because there's just so many different things you can do with it. So this one, I'm starting with this image. The first thing it gives me is a filter. I could do this in a black and white or grayscale if I wanted, instead of seeing her pink face. You can remove the filter, so you can sort of always resort back if you want. There's letters and words you can do. There's, I guess you can, oh, that's brush, that's painting, stickers. This is what I wanted. I didn't know what the icon was. So this little circle looking thingy that looks like maybe my kid's putting a sticker on. The stickers are awesome, and there's so many different ones for like Pampered Chef specific. So there's words, plus there's actually products, there's pantry items, and there's emotions. So we'll pretend we'll put a, I don't know, we'll put a kissy face next to the kissy face. You can make these as big as small as you want, move them around. Oh, apparently I was supposed to write something. We're just leaving it as write something. And then, yeah, so there's like PC products. So if we want to say put a picture of the stone bar pans on there, there we go. And now we have what's your favorite gift with a bunch of random things on it. Once you're done, which I clearly have a beautiful picture, you want to make sure that you export the image, and that's going to save or put that image into your post. Okay, so you want to make sure that you sort of hit that final step. It is now converting it, is what it's saying. It's thinking hard because I made some weird edits to put it in there, and now you will notice that that image is there. Oh, it's not going to go bigger for me. I thought it would. Yeah, so huge editing capability in here. So if you do not pay for Canva, do not have Canva, you do not need it. You can do it all within here as well. You can do some of that on your phone, but I do find it a little harder personally. Maybe I'm just getting older. I can't see and edit quite as well. I do prefer doing the majority of that on my computer, but you totally can. Oh, the other thing I want to show you guys in content, that's what it was, is because I know a bunch of the images I personally make are sort of banners for, or covers for a bunch of my parties and things like that. There was this Facebook business cover, which I hadn't seen before, that maybe you can find some stuff in here. Take a peek, see if there's something you'd like. And essentially what I was thinking, or thinking you could do there, is you can edit these. Maybe not this one, maybe I picked the wrong one. You can edit these and sort of add that wording, welcome to the party, or welcome to Candace's party, put the dates in, whatever sort of those things are. But I do know for sure within Pampered Chef's content, I'm pretty confident I've searched cover before, and it will bring in a bunch of the longer ones as your cover pages, and then you can sort of edit those cover pages from there and make them sort of your own. These ones are download straight specifically, but there's lots of blank covers and things like that that you can work with. The other one I wanted to show you guys is when you're, say, in recipes, we'll go all recipes, for example. I don't know what recipe I want. I just know that I want to post a video within it. You do have the ability to select this filter by function. So you can filter by only videos. When you apply that, you're going to get just recipe videos. If you then decide, which I don't know if it will, that you want a page cover, they don't have any recipes, you're not going to get anything. So there's a bunch of a few different sort of options and things that you can sort of click through depending on what you were looking for recipes, for content, for images, all of that. So that's about all I had specifically to walk through. So I'm going to stop sharing, and if you guys have any questions, if you're watching the replay, for sure, comment below, and I can definitely help you out as best as I can. Again, if it is trying to open the app and do some pieces, make sure you check out that training section and the Facebook group before sort of bombarding me with some of those questions. I am happy to help, don't get me wrong, but I do have a day job. Does anybody have any questions?
Sorry, Jenna, I had to like rip to the field. Did you mention that if you're doing a post like off your computer, that it will not schedule if like to a group, that you actually have to schedule it from your phone?
You can schedule it from here. You have to post it from your phone.
From your phone, yeah.
Yeah, I did show that you can see that in your post maker, that it says via mobile app. That means you have to be on your phone in order to get it to post. Yeah. It's a good reminder though, because lots of people may forget that groups we cannot directly post to. We have to schedule it and then push it ourselves after. But like I said, I can't show you the mobile app. It's really hard for me to show while I got my screens going. But it does walk you through pretty well. It gives you sort of a notification on your phone. You click on it, opens up multi-brain. It then tells you this is the one that was going. You say put it in your group, and then it opens up the group and you sort of post it there. And Courtney is sharing something. Oh, that's cute. Courtney shared a couple pictures and stickers, and the way you can sort of use them by using sort of a blank product post, because I won't be able to share the chat in the download, but you use your blank picture, and then she's just kind of got over one of the pictures, one prep time, and that was just a sticker that she used. So lots of different ways to utilize it. Like I said, that's why I'm not an expert yet. I haven't gone through every single sticker and every single spot with it, but it is huge and lots of capability within this program. So be sure to definitely check it out, and don't assume that you're going to pick it up in hours. You know, spend time over the next little while and sort of get through it. Yeah, lots of different ways to customize things, keep your own vibe, get your own sort of theme going. I know Courtney and I are purple people, purple people leaders, purple people. So I tend to have some sort of purplish in there to sort of keep it as my own. There's icons, logos, and images like we've talked, stickers that you can kind of put on there. You can put any one of the images. You can put any of the images on top of a different background that's within the editing. So lots of different things there. So I think that's what we're going to be called, Courtney. She put in flying people eaters. So we'll figure it out, her and I. Yeah, anything else? Awesome. Well, there is no call next week. Just as a reminder, it is the long weekend. So no call on May 19th. And then we'll be back the week after on May 26th with Stacy. And thank you, everyone. Have a great night.